Hello everyone, my name is Vinayak Joshi and today I am here for explaining about gravitational forces. The universe has a lot of forces, a lot of pushes and pulls. We are always pushing or pulling something, even if only the ground. But it turns out that in physics there are really only four fundamental forces from which anything else is derived. The strong force, the weak force, the electromagnetic force and the gravitational force. Firstly, we know that everything on this earth falls down. For example, leaves on a tree will always fall to the ground, or a stone which from hilltop that also will fall to the ground exerts a force on every other object. Why can't be substance arise up? Say nothing pulling them? Is it any force over there? Let's see. Anything which falls on the ground, it is because that the earth is pulling them down, and it is pulling them down by a force called force of gravity or just gravity. It is an attractive force. By that I mean that the earth pulls everything toward itself. The force of gravity acts on all of us all the time, but we are not aware about it. Do you know? The force of gravity is not a property of earth alone. In fact, everything in this universe, whether small or large, exerts a force on every other object, and this force is called as the gravitational force. The gravitational force is also defined as the force that attracts any two objects with mass. It is an attractive force because it tries to pull masses together. It never pushes them apart. In fact, every object, including you, is pulling on every other object in this entire universe. This is called Newton's universal law of gravitation. Now, this equation represents universal gravitational equation. This equation describes the force between any two objects in the universe. Now, in this equation, F is the force of gravity measured in Newton, and G is the gravitational constant of the universe, and it is always the same number, and the number is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11, and capital M is the mass of one object measured in kilograms, and small m is the mass of other object, it is also measured in kilograms, and r is the distance between those objects, it is measured in meters. So, if you know how massive two objects are and how far they are apart, you can figure out the force between them. Now, from this equation, we clearly see that the force is inversely proportional.